Hi, my name is Sherry, and this is Insherrysopinion. Opinion. I am going to redo a video that I made a long time ago. It's an update to Summer Wells, a little girl who went missing June 15th of 2021 from her home in Rogersville, Tennessee. And I wanted to tell you what I explained in my first video with the updates that we now have, since it's been almost 5 months since this little girl has went missing. Now, when I first got my visions of this little girl, I seen her face down by a lake, a creek, a pond, some kind of small body of water. She was face down in a blue bikini style swimsuit with pink, yellow and white flowers like daisies on the swimsuit. She was laying there as if she had been pulled from the water by her legs and just left there. And then I get where her breath was taken from her, either by chloroform or a drug that she had accidentally gotten into, possibly, because I did not feel that she had been punched or a pillow placed over her head or anything like that. But I did say that I felt that it was her mother, allegedly, just my opinion. I'm not trying to blame anyone, but I'm telling you what I see, what I feel. And I feel like it was a planned event. Her mother was, in my opinion, angry with her, jealous of her, because Summer was getting more attention from her father than the mother was getting from her husband. We know from listening to videos now that the father, Don Wells, said no one ever loved him like she did. And he had never loved anybody like her. And this, I feel, enrages the mother. Now, we all know from videos since Summer came up missing that Don has had a past with several people from when he was young. He admits that he grew up in the system, the prison system, that is, and he has had a long history of arrests. And Candace has also had arrests she had a previous marriage and 2 children previous to Summer and her 3 brothers that she had with Dawn. Dawn also had a previous wife and 2 children. Dawn tried to sell his 2 older children for drugs. They, both Candace and Dawn, have admitted to having drug problems and alcohol problems. Candace's 2 other children that she had by a previous marriage, she lost to DHS custody, or CPS, whatever you call it in your town. Those children were taken because the son, at 2 years old, was beaten with a baseball bat. She also had a daughter that was, I believe, 6 months old at the time, and her name was also Candace. We also have Grandma, who is also Candace. So we have Grandis Candace, Mama Candace, and daughter Candace. Now, Dawn and Candace had the 3 boys. Then they had Summer. And the visions that I got were from the pond, lake, creek, whatever it was, where we found out, or I found out later, that Summer had been swimming. I did not watch a lot. I didn't watch anything with Summer on it for a long time, because I was really wanting to go off of what my abilities show, not what YouTubers are showing or the news is showing. So, I said from the very beginning that she was under a house or something, but she is in a hole in the ground. And there's a bunch of stuff on top of her, on top of this hole. And I said she's either under a house or something with a bunch of boards on top and a bunch of junk on top, or she's in a well or a septic or something, but she is on that property. And now that we're finding out about Dawn's past, Candace's past and present, we know, or I know, which shed I believe she was in. I also said that she had not been moved yet. And then once I felt she had been moved, I made a video saying that I believe she has been moved, and I believe that it was Grandis, allegedly, in my opinion only, that Grandis moved her when Grandis took off to go to wherever it was she went to. Illinois, Wisconsin, Michigan, I don't know. But I think from one place to the other, there was plenty of places for her to dispose of Summer's body. Now, the story they gave was like a script, because they all said the same thing in the same order. Nothing ever changed. There was no planting of flowers. Nothing like that. But we did find out that they were 3 hours of missing time. And I think that's when Candace and Grandis hid Summer. Now, I'm not saying that Don didn't have a part in this, because, in my opinion, he's no saint. We all know what was going on. We've heard reports of him showering with Summer, favoring Summer, sleeping every night in the same bed with Summer. So he's not without faults. But I don't think that he would be willing to give up his favorite play toy for any amount of money. Now, I do realize that Summer was about to start school. She was going to have people in and out of her life, people that are going to be mandated reporters and need to report suspicions that they have, although they were already being investigated by Child Protective Services. The boys were removed about a month after Summer came up missing. And there are doubts that Don Wells went to work that day on June 15th. I believe, in my opinion, that he drove the red Subaru so that he could be easily identified in that bright red car. I think, in my opinion, that he did not work all day long. I think he made an appearance, and that was probably about all. Normally, he says that it takes 40 minutes for him to get from Jonesboro, which is where he was working, to home. But when he got the call from Candace, which Candace, the mother, called Dawn first to say Summer was missing, I can't find her. He told her to get off the phone, call 911, call the police, whatever it was he said. Well, the thing is, he says it took him 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get home, which I can understand him speeding to get home, but there's a lot of people asking, why does he have to say that? You know, he claims that he got there before the police, but there was actually police stopping him from coming up the driveway. So I don't understand that. there were people searching for this little girl all night long. And he complained that the helicopters were keeping him up at night. There was Texas EquiSearch showed up looking for Summer. And he griped and complained. He said they were all liars and nobody was helping him look for his daughter. Everyone has looked anywhere that people in any close state to Tennessee has went there to look for his daughter. I got a friend out there in Tennessee who is pregnant, and she is out walking, handing out flyers. People have donated money, time, and all these resources has been spent looking for this little girl. And I really think that he believes this story that his wife is telling him. I just don't think that he would do anything to Summer. I mean, he's got it, everything he wants right there. I don't see him hurting her in that way. I do know how these men work, unfortunately. So I get it. They were probably in a lot of fear that, she was going to be taken away from them at some time because his secret would get out. And, some people are saying that she has been taken by Grandis to a safer place. And, we all want that. We all pray that this little girl is not gone. But I know what I know. And I can tell you, she is no longer with us. She is in heaven. And I've done a video on Gabby Petito and how Summer used to hang on Robin from the church all the time. She loved Robin. Now she's hanging all over Gabby, and it's getting on Gabby's nerves. So I do speak to them. I've done a lot of readings for people, and I've only screwed up one time doing a reading. And I think that's because I was doing readings for free, and I was getting so many of them. And I did end up getting sick from it because it takes a lot of your energy. And when you see the things that other people see and go through, it does a number on you. It really does. But I really love doing the readings because I know I'm helping somebody. And I wouldn't put myself out there as a psychic medium. That's what I call it. You can call it whatever, but I know what I know, and I see what I see, and I have helped a lot of people, and that is the reason why I do this, because I got this gift from God, and it took my sister pointing it out in the Bible to me to prove it to me. And once I knew that, I was like, oh, thank God, because I didn't want to have something that was not of God, you know. But, you know, I've made my readings and on summer, and I guess that's my form of speculating. I can tell you that arrests are coming, and I know I've said that for the last 5 months, but I promise arrests are coming. I said before, 2, maybe 3 are going to be arrested for summer. And I'm sticking to my words. I'm not going to change my mind about anything that I'm saying, because I saw it. I seen everything. And it was planned. This was all planned, because Hunter was supposed to be a pawn or an alibi. I'm not sure which. I think he was going to be a pawn. I think she was going to pawn it off on him and blame him for it. I really do. But there's been a lot of good with the fundraiser that JQ and Miss Q Carlock did, and a bunch of their friends and everything. I mean, they've all worked so hard. And there's been so much bad fighting, gossiping. And I just want to know, during this circus that we're seeing, what good is that doing, Summer? How is that helping us to find her body? It's not. We need to find this little girl and put her to rest. And no, I don't know where she is. And no, it doesn't work that way. Just because I can tell somebody everything that they don't want released, does not mean that I know everything, because I don't. And I mean, I can say that Grandma buried her, or I can say Grandma threw her in a big dumpster during her travels and she's buried in a landfill. I can say she's buried, but I don't know if it's in a landfill or if it's in dirt. And I will tell you that the case with Rose Bly, Candace's sister, it's intertwined. They got away with it once. Let's see if they can get away with it again. That's my opinion. And that's all any of this is. Because if you don't believe in a higher power, then you can only go by, oh, okay, this happened, that happened. Maybe she does know what she's talking about. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on. And I've been saying this stuff for a long time. And I know there will be arrest. And I know that we will find Summer's body. It's just when. You know, there was a little boy that went missing in Tennessee. And his last name was Daniels. Little redhead. His dad claimed that he beat him to death, but couldn't remember where he put his body. And I said, and this was back when it happened, he's going to be found in the winter by deer hunters, or some kind of hunter, a hunter, you know. And I'm still waiting. So I know it's going to happen. I didn't say what year. I just, you know, it's just like when we're going to find Summer. Somebody is going to find Summer. I just don't know when. And I do know she's buried. I just can't tell you where. Abilities do not work that way. If I could, I wouldn't have a care in the world. I would win the lottery all the time. But it doesn't work that way. So, I just hope that the YouTubers stop letting Dawn Wells or Candace Bly on their platforms. All it is a big circus. He is a narcissist. He's got to be the center of attention. That's what he gets off on. And if he doesn't have that platform, maybe he'll crash. What I don't want to see is both of them crashing and burning on YouTube. Or off. Because then we're really in trouble. Except for Grandma. Maybe she'll say something. But I bet you those boys have. Because those boys have been in foster care. And I'm really hoping that they will say something. I know they don't know where Summer is, but I know they've seen a lot of stuff in their time. And I know they will not be going back. There's no way. There is no way that a judge is going to send those children back to those people. They've been on the behavioral panel. They've been on Dr. Phil. And all kinds of YouTube channels. So, if they come a-knocking, just pretend you're not home. Let me see. Okay, I don't see anything else in my notes. So, I guess that's it for now. Hopefully, they'll hold it together. But I know one other thing. They will, none of those people out there are going to talk until there are arrests made. As soon as those arrests are made, people are going to start talking. I can tell you that as well. So, y'all take care. Have a good night. Thanks for listening.